I'm here to make a statement in relation to the government's response to the proposed bid from IAG in relation to our stake in Aer Lingus. I issued a statement earlier on today outlining the government's perspective in relation to the bid. The first point in relation to this is that aviation is of huge importance to the Irish economy. 80% of passengers who come into our country do so via air. Within all that, Aer Lingus is very important to the Irish economy and to our country. Aer Lingus provides 45% of the seats that go in and out of our main airports. It's one of Ireland's largest employers and is an extremely important contributor to the success that we have had in Irish aviation. Government policy on aviation has been very clear that we want to have a competitive and an open aviation sector that needs to provide competition, and it needs to provide choice to people who want to come in and out of our country. And it is this policy that informed this government and the previous government stance in relation to previous bids by Ryanair. The IAG group made 3 proposed bids in relation to the Aer Lingus company. On foot of their third proposed bid coming in, I met IAG in Dublin a number of weeks ago. In that meeting, I made clear to them that I would not be in a position to bring forward the then bid to the Cabinet to look for approval. What I also said to them is that I required a strengthening of the proposal and further information in important areas. On Friday, I received that information through, which I've now updated Cabinet on, and I'm making a statement in relation to this proposed bid. The first point is that I am not recommending to the Cabinet that we give an irrevocable commitment in relation to the disposal of our stake in Aer Lingus. The second point is that I'm doing that in relation to the policy areas that I have continued to outline as being very important to Ireland and to the government. First, in relation to the need to develop and grow employment within our economy. And while some information has been provided in this area, we need more clarity regarding when and how these jobs will be created. Number 2, in relation to the development of transatlantic services. While again, objectives have been shared regarding this being done, we need certainty regarding how this is going to happen. Number 3 is in relation to guarantees. While a commitment has been put in place regarding a legally binding guarantee for 5 years, this guarantee must be extended for a longer period. And then the fourth key concern of government relates to making sure mechanisms that are in place are robust, they're legal, and that are ones that will work. On the basis of those policies and those principles that I've outlined over the last number of weeks, I've made 2 recommendations to government that have been accepted. Number 1, that I will not recommend providing an irrevocable commitment to the disposal of the government stake in Aer Lingus. And number 2, that we remain open through our steering group to considering any improved policy proposal which IAG may make.
Paschal, you talked about 5 years and extending that. What is the term the government wants for those sorts to be guaranteed?
Well, the government have outlined very clearly that the length of the guarantee that is there at the moment is not sufficient. We've emphasised and required that it must be extended. I'm not going to engage in a negotiation with IAG now in relation to what that would be.
Willie Walsh told the committee that absolutely no way. He said 5 years is my final offer. That's and you'll sometimes find that my second offer is worse than my original offer. Why do you think he'll go more than 5 years now?
Well, it's my need to look at the things that matter to the economic development of our country, and within all that, what is very important is the role that all of our state airports play in relation to economic development.
Is this a handy way to get out of it? You're asking for a counter-offer.
What I've made very, very clear is that the 5-year period that is there at the moment is not enough. The reason why it is not enough is in order for it to be certainty for investment in those areas, not to mention for a tourism sector in that area, they need a longer horizon against which they can plan what they're looking to do and how they're looking to invest.